Hello, my name is Steve Hendricks, and I have been a Flo-Tite representative since the inception of the company. And today, it is my privilege to talk to you about the Flo-Tite Tri-Pro valve. The Tri-Pro valve is one of the workhorse product lines of the Flo-Tite product. It is a valve that is one of the most versatile products that is available in the marketplace today. There are many features and many benefits to each of those features with the Tri-Pro product. I am going to be talking about a few of those, and I will be showing you some of the samples that I hope will highlight some of those features. So the Tri-Pro product starts out as our standard three-piece product line. The three-piece product line is known for some very positive areas, although some customers have some concerns. But those concerns that most customers, or some customers have, has really been approached by Flo-Tite with a way to overcome those concerns. So a three-piece ball valve is excellent in the sense that there are multiple pieces, easy to repair, easy to gain access to, and also versatile, and again that word versatile in the design of the different end caps that are available to actually install it in a pipeline. So we do the socket weld product, we do threaded product, we do butt weld product, we do flanged ends, and all of these can be mixed and matched within the Tri-Pro product line. The standard offering is offered as a 2250 PSI product. That is a WOG rating, and that gives you an idea of the pressure capability of the product. In some of the smaller sizes, we'll actually do 3000 PSI in the product. We do that with our 5050, our S-Tech seat, and that is a product that allows us to go to that higher pressure and also provides a higher temperature rating. In addition, we have the three-piece product. One of the concerns people have sometimes about a three-piece valve is the fact that it presents an additional leak path. And what Flo-Tite has done with the Tri-Pro product is they have put in a special seating arrangement. It's a deep pocketed seat that I'm going to show you in just a second, as well as not just one, but two body seals. These body seals, as well as the seat, is on board in each of the end caps. As an example, I am going to show you one of the end caps that we have for one of our valves. This particular end cap shows the socket weld function. You'll notice it's unusual in the fact that there are these heat sinks, if you will. These are heat dissipating rings that have actually been cast into the bodies. And by the way, the Tri-Pro is a fully investment cast body available in all of our sizes. The product line has the heat sinks, so what this does is provide a fascinating opportunity to weld in line. It does not have to be disassembled. It can be fully welded in line. The heat sink rings allow the dissipation of the heat, and the heat you want to get rid of because you do not want to do damage to any of the internal seating or seals. So this is one of the fascinating features of the Tri-Pro product. It's also a time saver as well as a cost savings in every single installation. In addition, we just talked about the seating. One of the features of the seats of the Tri-Pro is what we refer to as the deep pocketing. So if you can see from this end, I've just removed the seat itself, and you'll find that there is a machining depth that has taken place in the end cap. And this is in each of the sizes that the Tri-Pro is available in. Here is the actual seat itself. As you go to replace the seat in the valve, you can see that this seat is raised up a significant distance. But to actually install the seat, we're going to literally insert it, and it is fully machined, and there comes the term of the deep pocketing design. On the end caps also here, you will see that we have a graphoil packing around the outer area, and then internal we have the body seal, which is our TFM material. In addition, we have multiple seating available. whether it be a Teflon, the TFM, the 50/50 seat, which is our S-Tech. It is a granular stainless mixed with Teflon to provide a combination to help in the areas of temperature and pressure ratings. We also offer umphy seats. We offer peak seats. We offer a wide array of seating materials, all based for the actual application that your customer may have. In addition, we have the various temperature ratings that are available. We have the ability of going to almost 400 degrees negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and all the way up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. So we go from the hot and we go to the cryogenic. For those of you not familiar with the term cryogenic, I would just say that that is really cool. So the seating areas of the product, the end pieces of the product, the center sections of the product all go together to complete the full assembly of the unit. In addition, one of our standard offerings, one of the things we offer standardly within the product line, is our fully lockable handle. The handle is available to be locked in both the open as well as the closed position. So that's a standard feature of the Tri-Pro product. We have a mounting pad that is our Flo-Tite ISO standard mounting. This is the ability to mount all sorts of actuation, which is available from Flo-Tite, off the shelf, whether it be pneumatic, electric, or electro-pneumatic. We also do a lot of special actuation, and if you have special actuation that you are looking for, all you have to do is ask, and we can provide that for you on virtually any of our automatable product lines. So, a couple of the other things that I would like to talk about. Some of the options that are available on the product. Certainly, we will do a varied amount of different balls. We can do the high temperature types. Again, we can do the cryogenic types. We can do special coatings. In addition, we can also provide the Tri-Pro available as an actual 90-degree control valve. The 90-degree control valve is achieved by taking the ball and we laser cut a characterization into the ball. Here we've got an example of what we also call a V-ball. By having a V customized based on the characterization, we can provide a different CV to really enhance and meet the flow requirements of your customers. We can do 15 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree slotted balls, and also any variation thereof for a quarter turn valve. That, I think, is another great feature of the Tri-Pro product. One of the things that, again, and I used the word earlier and I have to use it again, you'll find the Tri-Pro provides such versatility in design. It's not just one product. It is actually a valve that has a tremendous modularity to it, where we can take one valve and offer so many different options, all based on the application and the needs of your customer. So that covers some of the product of the Tri-Pro as it relates to the casting, the body, the seating, the deep pocketing, the characterization of the ball, and the shutoff capabilities. Metal seated valves. We absolutely do metal seated valves. We can do them in-house in our special fabrication area, in our machine shop. And then in that area of the metal seated, we do different seating options. And those options can provide a different shutoff capability, again, depending upon your application and your need. We can go from ANSI Class 4 to ANSI Class 5 to ANSI Class 6, and then certainly in many of our other soft-seated options, we will go greater than ANSI Class 6 shutoff, which really becomes a bubble-tight shutoff capability with the seating arrangements and designs. In many applications, you may have a concern about the material that is going through the valve. Maybe it's a type of a resin. Maybe it is sensitive to hot and cold. Maybe as it cools off, it starts to solidify. In those cases, you end up with a valve that may actually seize or be frozen in place because of the setting up of the internal media. That's where we get into another product, and that is the cavity filler. Behind the ball, between the ball and the body, is a cavity, and what we do is fill it. And we fill it with a cavity filler, goes on each side of the ball, and it really takes up the space, allowing no area for the media, the material, the product that's going through the valve to really even get into an area, so it can't seize the product. It cannot seize the valve. So that's yet another feature. One of the other areas that I would like to mention is the area of the sealing capabilities. A lot of times people are talking about how the valve will seal as it relates to the material going through it. Opening, closing, will it seal well? How in fact do you achieve it? And again, we talk about the fact that we have different sealing materials available for each application, temperature ranges, but in addition, we also have a concern with the stem seal area. The Vanguard stem seal area is what Flo-Tite provides as standard within this valve. This valve is standardly offered with the Vanguard system, uses a series of V-ring chevron type packing that helps achieve that particular seal. It also utilizes a special bell-shaped design where we actually can handle the angling of that bell-shaped as it relates to the torsional turning and the sealing that takes place in that valve. They are live loaded stem seals, which means that these V-rings are live loaded with the use of Belleville washers. And that keeps a constant contact, if you will, with the product, and always keeps a compensating effect on the stem seal itself, which is very important in various applications, and also with the area of thermal expansion and contraction. One of the other aspects that I should mention about the Tri-Pro is the fact that we have the three-piece valve design, and I'd like to talk about how we hold that three-piece valve design together. Many companies have a three-piece valve, and what they're really using is a complete through-bolt design. The through-bolt design is exactly that. There's a bolt, it goes all the way through, there's a nut on the other end, and that holds the bolting together. That is not the design that the Tri-Pro incorporates in their valve. What we have are cap screws. The cap screws are shorter in length. They go through into the end cap, they go to the body is threaded, and the cap screws will actually thread into the body. There are 4 on each side. In the larger sizes, that will vary based on the design aspects as well as our technical bulletin. All of that information would be found in our technical bulletin. But because we're using cap screws, we're working on a smaller volume of metal. And because of that smaller volume of metal, it is less likely to be affected in the area of that thermal expansion and contraction. So we're able to keep a constant connection, if you will, holding the material together, the two-piece valves to the center body, and again, not being that concerned about the areas of the thermal expansions that we've mentioned earlier today. So those are important areas. The stems, as standard, are 17.4 pH, and that pH is a precipitated hardness. There are other stems available for the application, and again, it's all about your need, your application, and what you and your customer desires. So those are available in the product. Going back now just for a moment and continuing the conversation on stem seals. So with the Tri-Pro product, with the stem seal area, over the last several years, there have been many concerns about the area of what is that stem seal capability? How do I keep product from leaking out? Now, with the Tri-Pro again, we have a live loaded stem seal utilizing Belleville washers, along with our Belleville design, the V seals. But in addition, we talk about the fact that if there in fact is a stem leak, all you do is approach the valve, and typically the rule of thumb is you turn the packing nut 1/6 of a turn. The idea is to turn it the least amount, but typically it's accepted within the plant areas of maintenance to go 1/6 of a turn. Now there may be a period of time that you have reached that point of adjustability within the Tri-Pro product. In that area, it's all a matter of timing to allow for your maintenance to take place. Now with this valve, there are some applications that may be significant applications. They may be corrosive. They may be serious chemical compatibility. There may be some dangerous chemicals that are used with this product. So what do you do if you're in a plant and you have a stem seal leak and you can't stop the service? Well, it may be such that you have to shut down the piping system. In some cases, shutting down a piping system might also shut down part of the entire plant. People may have to be sent home. They might have to get away from the spill. In addition, that's an expensive, or can be an expensive undertaking for a plant to go through a sequence of shutting down. It's expensive, it's time consuming, it's going to be lost production of the material. But what if there was a way to come around and actually address a stem seal by way of another feature that this product offers? So one of the areas will be our media containment feature. Now this is a product that is available to go on several of the Flo-Tite product offerings, but right now I'm going to be talking about this as it would go on to the Tri-Pro. Here we actually have it on one of our flanged products, but this is the media containment. What's unusual about this particular product is this. I'm going to turn this around and show you the cutaway. This product really represents an exact duplicate of the original stem seal that takes place in our product. This actual duplicate will have the V-ring packing. We have a coupling area that goes in. It also has the Belleville washers. It has the nut as well as the locking tab that goes on the nut. In effect, what we've done is this. We will take the valve, we will remove the handle, we will remove the nut, we will take the actual media containment and place it on top utilizing special gasketing. And what we have done is we have now sealed this valve, which we have determined to be leaking. We have utilized all of the adjustability in that stem seal. So we have added yet another stem seal to go on top of it. So in effect, we've started over with a brand new, fresh stem seal option for our media containment. Now, we have some customers that will actually take the product, put the media containment on in the very beginning, and they'll actually be able to monitor it. We have a special plug that we have on, and we can put a gauge, we can put a pressure switch, we can do something to tie it into some sort of an enunciating device. It can be a light, it can be a sound, it could be a horn, it could be a bell. That will literally tell us when the original stem seal has potentially failed. Then what we do is, with the media containment, we're then alerted that there is a problem, but we yet have a full, complete stem seal that we can continue to utilize the valve. The intention is to not ignore the fact that the valve needs attention, but our purpose is to put that scheduling and your maintenance time on your schedule, not on the emergency aspect of what might be happening in your plant. Now, in addition to this area of the media containment, we're able to, again, take this off, put in the gauge, you can monitor it. You know what's going on internally to the stem seal. Now, With a little bit of a smile, I would like to tell you that I have been involved with some customers that have just expressed an absolutely admiration for this feature. And as we've talked about it, we have been asked on many occasions, can I put a media containment on top of a media containment? The answer is yes, but at some point in time, you really need to schedule a maintenance of the product. So another area that I've been asked many times, and Flo-Tite has asked many times, is where can I use the Tri-Pro? It is such a difficult thing to answer because of the versatility of the Tri-Pro product with the various seating options that we have available. And almost all of our seating options are available off the shelf. So with some of those would be chemical applications, pulp and paper, all sorts of water applications, resin applications, again, reactor applications, steam applications, and other variations thereof. Steam applications of 150 pounds of steam, which takes us to about 367 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we can get into the full 250 psi steam ratings, and we'll typically like to do that with our S-seat design, which is our granular stainless mixed with Teflon, which again gives us a full shutoff capability greater than ANSI Class 6, known as bubble tight sealing on that particular seating design. We also will do some of the areas of the control, which we've talked about before, and we also do a great valve identification. So that is, once a valve is set, and once we've assembled it based on the orders of the customer, based on the requirements, we put a full seating metal tag stamped, etched with all of the information of the seating, the valve, the part number, as well as our information of our website, which is Flo-Tite.com. That is available. Also, talking about some of the applications, very often I will finish a presentation of the Tri-Pro and I will purposely leave out one of the features. And I do that to see if a customer will actually ask about it. If they don't ask, I always like to offer it. But sometimes people say, Steve, you've covered virtually everything we've ever used in a ball valve, but there's one particular area that you didn't mention. And I'll say, oh, what was that? Well, sometimes we deal with many volatile chemicals in our plant, and that becomes a major safety issue of the plant and because of the valves we use. I will often then just smile and say, did I mention that this valve is also available as a full certified API 607, the latest revision of Fire Safe? They may say no, but then I just told them. So that's yet another feature of the Tri-Pro product line. Many features are available, some we didn't talk about today, and again, that's available in our technical brochure. We would ask you to certainly feel free to call Flo-Tite, to email Flo-Tite at sales@Flo-Tite.com, or visit the Flo-Tite website at Flo-Tite.com. Thank you for the time, thank you for your attention, and thank you for considering Flo-Tite valves for your valving and automation needs.